I'm not good at being in a box. But I find myself here, time and again, wondering, am I brown enough? Am I white enough? We are all individuals living within communities and a community. We come from lifetimes of experience and move forward together. I lift up the names of the people that I came from, my ancestors. Arlene, Donald, Teher, Khadija. They are coming from separate continents, separate places in the world, but together they're a unit in me, a community. When I was trying to think about what should I be talking about today, I got a little stuck. I wanted to be open, vulnerable, honest, and also how to do all of those things on stage. So I did what I do, and I called a friend. I called my community. And my friend knows so much about me and knows those pieces of myself I don't always want to show and how I can do that best, and helps me peel those layers back. And so we talked, and she gave me some ideas, and it was that collaboration that really helped me to see there's a way. When I think about moving through this world, I think about communities. And a definition of community is a group of individuals with diverse characteristics who are gathering in social groups with common perspectives around joint action. And that makes me wonder, where do I fit in? What's my category? What's my subcategory? My dad is brown and immigrated from India. My mom is a white American. And growing up, I didn't look like anyone else. I've been, as a female, mixed-race child, there was no one else in my neighborhood that looked like me. And so a lot of time I was wondering, where do I fit in all of this? And you could call that, in scientific terms, N of 1. I was N of 1. And at the same time, I was also privileged because even though I didn't have the language of my dad's family, I looked like a lot of people around me and talked like them too. And so I often felt like, where do I fit anywhere or do I fit everywhere? You are also within this space with me. I was very curious as a young child about the law of conservation of mass, which says that matter is neither created nor destroyed. So those of us here are also part of matter and mass that has existed for thousands of years and will exist. And if that's the case, and we're on this earth together, is not our geographic region our earth? And so with that in mind, I also was confused. If I am in community with the entire earth, am I part of a category? Am I part of a subcategory? I'm used to a little bit of skepticism. I'm a dietitian. And so I might be giving a food demonstration and ask someone, hey, would you like to try this green bean or golden beet? And that person is like a little bit hesitant, and I'll say, well, you can just tell me what you think after you try it. And they're giving me, like a little side eye. So I'm used to that level of skepticism. What I'm not used to, and still getting used to, is walking into any room where there's lots of people. Because I'm constantly looking around thinking, do I look like this person? Do I look like that person? Do I fit anywhere here? And if someone looks like me, do they have a similar background or is it different? And on top of that, am I being viewed in a way that is coming from that person's lens and shows me in the way that I want to be shown? Or is that person thinking about me in a way that is only reflective of them? You might have heard, wherever you go, there you are. That concept that you show up with your thoughts, joys, successes, pains. What about thinking, wherever we go, there someone else is? That way, we're thinking not only about just ourselves in that space, but the other people that are there and how we're interacting with those people. Those people that we are interacting with have their own joys, pains, sorrows, successes, and are valuable in and of themselves. I'm not attributing that value to them. One of the best questions I've gotten is, what color are you? Don't go asking your neighbor that. I have a relationship with this person. It's not the kind of question you just ask. That question, although hard to hear even, was a chance for me to speak what I felt was my truth. I could say, with hesitancy or nervousness, I am this, and I wasn't met with a wall of assumptions. What does it take for us to be with each other and not do things for or to each other? What does it take to fit in a way that allows us to fully and completely live into ourselves? Not fitting into a box, but fitting into a mosaic where every color in that picture is bringing something to that picture. Just for a moment, take a deep breath. Let it out. The people near you, maybe even further away in the room, are in your geographic space. You might not know them, but we are, in and of this moment, in an environment different than any other. And that, right now, is our community. A large health and wellness organization that I work with hosts our institution for monthly wellness talks. And we work with physicians and clinicians to be able to provide education within those, for twice a month within those environments. And a key important part of that education is the time we spend in advance with those clinicians and physicians talking about what's important to the people who will hear that information. So that when they arrive, they can ask questions like, what do you want to learn? How do you want to be engaged? And what is on your mind? We've gotten wonderful feedback. Over the last 2 years, the survey responses have shown that 90% of those engaged in those activities have increased their confidence in understanding the knowledge that was part of that session and then providing that to their family and friends. Questions. They opened up the space with questions. Those physicians and clinicians were physically in space with those participants. Questions are curiosity paired with care. And so when we ask them from a place of gentleness and intention, it can open up that space and maybe bridge that divide. People coming from different physical and social backgrounds are having this connection because of the questions. When we think about working within communities, going into spaces, asking thoughtful questions, and moving through action together towards shared vision and mission is part of it. Action is momentum. Even at the most microscopic level, single cells experience chemotaxis, which is moving towards a stimulus. So we too are compelled and propelled to move together. We are intentionally able, we can direct that action. When I think about moving together, I think about action, and I think about the friend, my community, who helped me be here today. We've walked alongside each other for 20 years. She's asked me some pretty uncomfortable questions, and I may have done the same to her, but our mission, our goal was always to move together, move forward, even when it got challenging. Going from your to our community takes looking at ourselves, looking at our own unique identities, being in physical space with people, asking thoughtful questions, and moving in action together. And if you see someone stuck in that box, it's okay to help them out. I'm Laura Sugarwala. Thank you.